Remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! You can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-judo policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
This one's all mine.
Is it hot? Just scratch it out again!
Now we're there.
You picked the wrong fight.
The enemy heals ours too.
We'll soon see about
Take
that!
this! Stand back. I'll trip it up. I'll finish you here and now! I'll tear you apart!
It's almost too strong.
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest.
No, you can't!
You're finished.
Sleep now!
Falling storm! First strike! Last leg shock!
Here goes!
Rising thunder! Make it rain!
Totally. In an instant.
Impact block!
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, SAILEON kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Shionne comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Shionne, then we defeat Volron, and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating SAILEON from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there.
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah, There might be someone who could use our help. You're saying we should check the owl forest?
By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going. Thistleon was founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shionne?
Of course not! Shion's our friend! Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shionne, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
Sure to ask. What's wrong?
Okay. Why?
Ugh.
Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
teach these small fry who's the apex... predator of these waters? Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight. Is that the Zoogle we're looking for?
It's on!
This one's not!
Blazing Falcon! Eat dirt!
Water snake, wait!
We're not in your dreams!
I
Are
can
those
carve
arms even
through
natural? Photon blast!
Can't get out of
Dance
this!
in the wind!
All in all.
Sleep now.
Denied!
I'll be saving
You're
this
mine!
one!
It's over!
Lightning can
Now! Tiger blade!
Damn it! It's too... In an instant! Impact block!
A comfortable win.
Feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered can be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Elda Menancia Pride.
It's on!
Sealed!
It's on! Sword Lane Alpha!
I'll take out the legs with my shield.
Away! You're finished! Destruction!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Orochi's Fury! Last
Tiger Blade!
Swallow Blade! Orochi's Fury! Oh! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I'm practically unstoppable.
What's this thing?
That's far enough!
Ready!
Rising Falcon! You picked the wrong fight!
Not in your dreams.
In a bind?
Leave the charges
If
to
they
me!
run, you gotta get the cover, okay?
Tiger Blade!
Swallow Blade!
What's this? Magic is in! Blah, blah, blah. Freeze Lancer!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Demon Fang!
Illuminate the dark! Come forward!
Orochi's Fury!
I'll finish you here now!
Here I come! It's over!
Here comes!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Dirt!
Photon Blast!
I can carve through armor.
Confiscated!
Here I come! You're finished! Prepare to be squeezed!
Tiger Blade!
Swallow Blade!
Swallow dance.
Orochi's Fury! Next! Not a chance! No escape!
Make it rain!
Stardust!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately? I should give that art a shot sometime tomorrow.
Hell yeah! There's no way you can complain about how this...
For rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, Was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. See you tomorrow. Before we go, do you guys have everything? Seriously? Is this a joke?
Rising Falcon! Dragon Shock!
I'm gone!
Plasma Shock!
Look shot!
Vanquish darkness!
Swallow Blade! Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal. This one's all mine! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Raging Cascade!
Eat this! I'm not done! Sword Blade Alpha! Demon Fang!
I'll be saving you!
Here I come! Swallow Dance! Eat dirt!
Tiger Blade!
Looks like we won.
Ho 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 ho! Ho ho ho!
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Out of my way!
Raging Cascade!
Crescent move! Tiger Blade!
Shattering
Go in! Take this!
Destruction!
Look sharp!
Not in your dreams!
Now you see what I can do! Denied! Who's next?
Take this!
Vanquish darkness!
Shout! It's on!
Water
Demon
Snake Blade!
Fang!
Tiger Blade!
All fitted.
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shionne? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shionne and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shionne is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you 1,000,000 times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shionne's okay.
I get why you're concerned, but if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Shionne. I know we will. This came out so good. Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shionne waiting.
The ranch. I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah, what are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh! It's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will.
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options. Let's grit our teeth and go.
An opponent like this should be easy. You picked the wrong fight.
This one's dead!
Rising Sun! You're finished!
Tiger Blade!
Yellow Blade! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off! I'm not done!
Holy Lance!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Is it just me? Or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though, there are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almadria. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shionne, sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting off?
Here I come!
You made quick work of them!
Want me to pick up your thrust then?
Just pointing it out.
Now! Divine Streak!
Looks like we got them all.
You picked the wrong fight!
Sleep not in your dreams!
Smash you!
Far enough!
No further! Plasma shock!
Falling storm! Make it rain!
You're mine!
Tiger
We
Blade!
got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make sure they're...
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll pick it up.
Hold on to your arm!
Destruction!
Tiger Blade!
Sleep
Sword
now!
Rain Alpha!
Make it rain!
Demon Tap!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Easy!
Way to go!
I'm not done!
Swallow Dance!
Blazing Sun!
Lightning Meteor!
You're finished! First strike! Plasma shock! It's
This
done!
one's yours!
All aboard the victory train!
Overconfidence can bite you in the butt.
It's over! Not enough!
Eat this! This one's mine!
They may look cute, but they're vicious.
Orochi's Fury!
No further! Take this!
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting off?
You're mine! It's over!
Going in!
Take this!
Take this!
You're finished!
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be getting too strong.
Isn't that good?
Play along, would you?
You got company.
Rising Falcon!
This one's mine!
Shock!
Interrupted.
Try harder! Now! Here I come! You picked the wrong fight! My turn!
An astral bite?
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
You're finished!
Denied!
Orochi's Fury!
Illuminate
We're cleaning out.
Let me take the rest of them!
Wow, someone's feeling lively.
Going in!
Demon Tank!
Firmament Frenzy.
Going in!
It's done! Orochi's Fury!
Frozen.
Hammer!
Nicely done.
Now!
All thanks to you. Everyone hanging in there?
I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing to take a shower underneath this water.
You're welcome to try.
Gotta break through! You picked the wrong fight!
I can carve through armor!
Don't mind if I do.
No further!
If it hides, just bash it out again.
Do it!
Come on!
You're mine! Your blade!
Crazy cascade.
Orochi's Fury!
Hurricane!
You're mine!
What's this? Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis. Leave the enemy's arms to me.
No complaints here!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Little help. Illuminate the top.
Hammer won't save you! With that shell hiding something tasty. You wanna play? Eat this!
Orochi's Fury!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And bubble it to me! No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't mind if I do.
Here I
Tiger
come!
blade!
I'll eat dirt!
Now.
Take this!
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Well, looky here.
Get behind me!
Oh, that's in your defense!
Glad you have your uses.
I'll show you how useful I can be!
We managed to turn the tide.
For now. But things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert. We'll soon see about that.
Okay!
Going in.
You've got a knack for battle.
I still plan on training, though.
That's what I like to hear.
Eat dirt!
Guess I had to use it sometime.
No further! Take this! You're finished!
Want me to pick up your slack, then?
Just pointing it out. I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Denied! Whirlwind snap! Now you see what I can do!
Now! Frozen!
Hammer!
This calls for a celebratory drink.
This might be...
We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even halfway? Are you serious?
Hold on to your art. Here I come!
This one's mine.
One more! It's a duel of the arts! Now! Crumble! Art expert, coming through! Glad you had your uses.
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Easy!
Way to go!
Eat this!
You got company!
Here I come! It's over!
Thunder Blade! Blah, 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 magic!
You're mine!
Holy
Tiger
Blade!
Blade! Make it rain!
Rollerblade!
Eat this!
Over die! Looks like we won.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Get out of our way!
Save your breath! While that thing seizes a talking meal!
Now let's show it how wrong it is. Is it trying to stop us?
Quick as a shot!
Time to stop!
Hit a word! Hurt foe!
Take this!
Please
Here
now!
I come!
I'm saving
Roll
this!
now!
It's showtime! Going in!
Orochi's Fury!
Divine Streak!
Dragon Shell!
Its wings are lighting up!
It's getting ready to attack! Eat this!
Dance in the
Eat
wind!
this!
Air
Such
thrust!
tremendous power.
Don't face it head on.
Going in!
Its defenses are
Eat
down.
dirt!
I'll beat it to dust! The Imperial prepares to be seen!
Mine is getting good.
Don't mind if I do!
In a vine,
Here I come!
Vote Kitara! Frozen!
hammer!
Purge Malevolence! Oxygen!
Falcon!
Armor won't save you!
A whirling struggle! Magic!
You picked the wrong fight!
Cyclone! This one's mine!
We've got him on the run!
Don't get cocky!
Right. Still anyone's fight.
Art expert coming through!
Form of light.
Bring that in your stream!
I'm on here! Rolling snap!
Destruction!
Take this!
My afterlife getting stronger!
Switching up its movements. Watch out!
Going in!
It's on!
The enemy is going all out!
Eat dirt!
Field! Let's get you off! Going in!
You're on!
Look sharp!
Right
All day! Now!
shot! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistleum made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Shion needs us.
How are we still not there yet? It feels like we've been climbing this mountain forever.
It helps if you try not to look up or down. All you need is silent determination. Talking too much will only waste energy and burn you out.
I'm too tired to look up or down, even if I wanted to.
Take care you don't fall, at least. Unless you want to make a Zoogel's day, that is.
Zoogles? Why would they care if I fell or not?
How would you feel if a 3-course meal fell right out of the sky at your feet?
Zoogle chow.
Law? Best not to listen to him if you can help it. You'll only be encouraging him if you do.
Tell me that before I listen next time.
Still, Tohalim has a point. One wrong step and it's curtains.
Wouldn't it be great if we could all fly like Hootle? I bet even the refugees who didn't make it would have made it to Thistleum that way.
Until we magically sprout wings, Let's just watch where we're stepping instead, okay? Come on. Shion's waiting for us.
Hey! Are you insane? What the hell were you thinking? I thought we were gonna die!
One simply needs to be bold and act with conviction in times such as these.
Did you know it was gonna be safe before you jumped? Because I sure didn't.
More or less. I figured there would likely be a basin here akin to most such waterfalls.
Don't just make people jump off cliffs on a hunch.
Are we ever gonna finish climbing this ladder?
We're climbing a considerable height. It's only natural that it will take some time.
That's not the problem here!
We are getting closer to the top, aren't we?
You've just got to keep your spirits up, Rinwell. Positive thinking is everything.
We finally reached the top.
My limbs feel like they're about to fall off.
Already? You kids need to train more.
She's right. We don't have time to catch our breath.
Someone's got a lot of pep in his step.
Right, here goes! How about this? Blow away! No escape! Trigger blade!
We're in the home stretch, guys.
Know what she said? Eyes on the prize.
That focus goes double for you, Law.
Me? How come I get singled out?
You're finished! Swallow blade! Erosion fury!
May 1,000 kills carry you to shreds.
Sword rain alpha! Demon fang!
Maybe my arts do have a place in this world. There's more where that came from.
You've collected an awful lot of those objects. You sure it's not just
Hush. Be quiet for a moment. The pieces speak to me.
What?
These relics that have scattered about. I can hear them whispering, longing to reunite with their lost friends and become one again.
Really? Do you hear any voices coming from them, Rinwell?
What? No! Don't get me wrong. I'm really interested in these things too, but I'm not crazy.
But don't you sometimes mutter stuff like, "Come to me, astral energy," when you cast your arts?
You're right. Oh my gosh. Are Dohalim and I actually alike?
Its charm really shines through now that it's been reassembled. Its streamlined shape, its geometric patterns. This is no mere amateur's work.
He's in his own little world at this point.
You get just like him when it comes to weapons, you know.
You're right. Oh my gosh. Am I just like Dohalim?
Huh? Why are you guys so quiet all of a sudden?
There's history in the air here. I can smell it.
I don't smell anything.
Don't encourage him.